All right, folks. Good morning in the morning. It's the Truth Serum. Hello, folks. Good morning in the morning. It's the Truth Serum, the hardest working YouTuber out there. I can't take the pressure. I did the commentary of last night's debate, or what if that was a debate? I don't even know what you want to classify that under, but thank you for the support and the reaction from the video. I appreciate that. Danny, Robert Westy, uh, thank you. And um, Ray, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. Uh, and I've been thinking, meditating, or whatever. Go get yourself a coffee, orange juice. Come hang out with the Truth Serum. It's kind of a watershed moment in America's history. I mean, is that being too extreme? Go get your drink. Come back. Oh, Dapper the rapper. Uh, Now, I don't care about Democrats or Republicans or anything like this. I just want leadership. But let's look at the news media that's been pro Biden from day one. Did now Biden was being prepped 7 days at Camp David. What were there? 17 advisors there. They knew that the border was going to be an issue and the economy. So they got them. They're sitting them down over there now. Peel back a layer, folks. They're witnessing the guy. They already know about his cognitive uh, uh, um, abilities or disabilities. So they've been with the guy for a week. They already know he can't formulate a sentence. What's the damage control? They put him up there on the stage. They knew it was going to be a disaster. But what's the less what's the best damage control they can do? Oh well, he tripped and he got hurt. Oh, the debate is off. Well, then the Republicans would be going, yeah, right, or any type of other stuff because they're so conditioned and used to manipulating reality, but they got boxed in a corner and they had him in Camp David for 7 days with 20 advisors or 16 or whatever it is. They could perceive his condition. Um, doesn't take a week. It just, I mean, but what was the opposition saying all the time? Oh, Fox is just showing tidbits of his lesser moments. Fox is only taking out little clips and manipulating his abilities. Ladies and gentlemen, you watched it live. You watched it live. There was no editing. There was no manipulating of videos. Now, what can they say? After 3.5 years of bull crap and manipulating things, they're so used to manipulating, and just the people are like, oh yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, CNN News, everybody believes it. I saw Anderson Cooper interviewing Kamala Harris afterwards. They were almost like arguing. Anderson Cooper, one of their ringleaders? What's going on here? Is there some kind of Trojan horse that's going to come in here? Something's not right to just flip it. Now you can say, well, damage control, but they've been so megalomaniac thinking that all of a sudden a 180, 360, all boom, and now are we going to perceive it like this? Is it another manipulative move? They know he couldn't perform. Number one, they know he couldn't perform. But what's the strategy behind it? What's the end game of that? What, you can't trust them. You just can't trust them. We know they knew. Trump knew it was going to be a disaster for them. The Democrats knew it was going to be a disaster for them. They're around him all day long. They're around Biden all day long. They knew he was going to flop on stage. Who couldn't guess that? Why agree to it? You got something more in the air. You can't just look at these things so exact or concrete, because they always got something, some other craziness. Jake Tapper, total Republican hater, total Trump hater. Jake Tapper, one of the moderators, did a great job. Total Trump hater like there's no tomorrow. He did a great. What's going on here? I don't want to say that they're just trying to save some professional integrity when their whole career has been just based on CNN gibberish. What are they just trying to do? Damage control now? EB23, Dapper the Rapper, Francis. Yep. Oh boy, if I was a family, I wouldn't be cool with letting my grandfather. I thought Jill Biden should have took him right off the stage. You want to hear a good one, folks? The after slaughter party for the Democrats at their room, in their room, the post slaughter gathering. Jill, they should have went home. This is how polluted and diluted their minds are. They should have took Joe home. You ready for this, my good people? They put Joe Biden in the middle of the stage. He's like looking at Jill Biden's going, is Trump a liar? And they're going, yeah. And she's doing this like high school pep rally, Jill Biden. And he's standing there. Did we win and she's doing this Jill Biden, check her papers. What was that? He got slaughtered on the stage. Humanistically speaking, as a Christian, I felt sorry for him. That devil. I felt sorry for him. Jill's up there doing a pep rally, and he's standing in the middle there going, wow, 10 trillion, 40 trillion, 10 trillion. Then what? That was, I don't even know what you want to call that. I'm 60 years old. I've watched many of these. I don't even know. It was exposed. Valiant Thor, the debate was actually a movie staged at a nursing home cafeteria. This is just a prop. You guys know I like to have fun here. You know how I do it. The Truth Serum likes to have fun. But it's quite obviously what was going on, but there's something else going on. You could safely guess it would be a disaster. His advisors have been with him every day. Did he just have a bad day and it happened to be on the debate day? No. Every day is a cognitive challenging day for him. So they knew, they could forecast that this was going to be a disaster. And the media couldn't back him anymore. CNN. Them rodents that have been changing the narrative and using smoke and mirrors all along, that shitbox station, they couldn't. You're on your own, Joe. You're on your own. Whatever. You're Jake Tapper. Jake Tapper, the biggest Republican. He was putting it out there. This is what you show us after all that bull crap, because he's been hidden. Donald Trump was president. He was doing news conferences every 2 days. We're going to handle this. We're going to handle this, folks. He was keeping us abreast. He was keeping us abreast. Well, we got this issue. He was the hardest working president out there, just like I'm the hardest working YouTuber out there. Back to the show, Irv. He was in the people's face. This guy's been hiding since his campaign and hiding. Wow. See, Francis, thank you, Valiant Thor, Francis Franciotti. Okay, we got news media. So when the news media has to, their channel is based on political views. Now, there's news stations that just report news, but they turn into a political news station, CNN. So they've been backing this guy forever. Now the cat is out of the box. Their market segment share of viewership, ratings. Like I said before, the Three Stooges was outperforming CNN in some markets and some on certain days. Mayberry RFD, the Andy Griffith Show, was outperforming them. Three's Company on MeTV was getting better ratings than that CNN's reports. People are just like, it's gibberish. So they saw their share declining because it's not a given that CNN is just going to be always there. So their officials and corporate people had to rethink that we can't just be a political station behind these Democrats, and especially Joe Biden. That's your boy, CNN. That's your boy. So they knew the disaster was coming, and the moderators knew it was coming, and they had to put it out there. They're like, sorry, Joe and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill and they got slaughtered at the debate. Sorry. What do you want from us? We can't do anymore. Just like in Scarface, when the guy said, sorry, there's nothing else when the corrupt cop said, you see what Tony Montana did to him. Sorry, there's nothing else we can do. What more do you want us to do? We've lied through our teeth. We've reported all biased stuff for 3.5 years. The country can't see. Hold on, folks. Now their damage control is fact checking. Just check your refrigerator. Fact checking. Just check the price. Real things now. Fact checking. Oh, somebody stated this and that was 4% off. Fact checking. Oh, somebody said this and that was 2% off. They couldn't fact check because it would have made Biden look even worse. But with that being said, people don't need that sleight of hand. The border and the economy. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. I had to get right back in the game and do another video this morning. So that's what they're trying to say. The fact check. Biden didn't lie, and Trump lied 42 times. And now that's this little. They're hanging, on the ledge, and that's all they can muster up is fact checking. The country, they're so used to this magic act and the sleight of hand and smoke and mirrors that cut, where's my editor? The country can't make their own decisions. They have to check the facts for us. Are we that retarded of a nation, the dumbing down of America, that we can't make educated guesses on facts? When people are broke, people can't buy clothes, people can't buy food. The border, you got to fact check the border. You got to fact check the economy. You got to fact check wars that have been happening under Biden's regime. You got to fact check that. It's over. They're so used to clinging on to bullshit where they got the fact check meter. Are we that stupid as a nation to go, oh, yeah, really? Oh, yeah. Who did this? Oh, he lied and he lied. Okay, I guess you're right. And the refrigerator's empty, just like mine. I got water in there. Thank you, Robert Westy. And thank you, Dan, for helping me out. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. But you don't have to fact check. We don't need somebody to tell us what reality is. We know what reality is. They're so used to this magic act. I wrote a paper my first time in college in 1981, The Dumbing Down of America. I didn't think it would get this bad. I've seen a lot of presidents. Yeah. Where was Obama? Oh, man. Yeah, Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood and all Hollywood and all those late night shows and all that. How are they going to spin it? Jimmy Kimmel, Fallon. How are they going to spin it? What are they going to do? These people, they're so used to being told what to think that they've been conditioned like Pavlov's dog and classical conditioning and operant conditioning and the psychological theorists of years ago that they tried to study this going way back to the 20s, 30s, and 40s and 50s behaviorists and how you could just manipulate a population and Stockholm syndrome, support your oppressor, Stockholm syndrome. When you stick up and fight for your oppressor, they know all the psychological things, sounds crazy, but we're not going to unpack that. But it's called reality syndrome. Now, your theorist, it's called reality syndrome. It's like the empty refrigerator syndrome. It's the bank accounts have no money in it syndrome. It's the wars are going on syndrome. It's the borders insane syndrome. The economy syndrome. What's left? But they have to come up with some kind of defense, which is gibberish. The fact meter, the fact finder meter. It's like a baseball game that was 16-0, and then later on, they're going, the ref called a couple strikes there that should have been balls. It was a mismatch. If it was a boxing match, they would have called it in 30 seconds. It was a slaughter job, blowout. But then, well, you know what? If he didn't get called that strike in the third inning, it could have been a different story. You got blown out because reality is reality. You can't twist reality. The poor guy couldn't formulate a sentence, number one. He couldn't articulate on anything. It was, yeah, he tried to, I try to be a Christian and, but enough's enough. I'm from a military family. Enough's enough. Yeah. And what was that, ladies and gentlemen? Good people come in here, help me out. This was one of the biggest, this was a case in point. Trump says something, blah, blah, blah. Now, you notice how Trump didn't get so animated, so they could say, oh, Trump was pompous. Trump tried to monopolize the time. Trump monopolized the time. Trump was rude. Trump was this. Trump was just sitting back there smooth, looking at him like, am I really doing this? He's looking over at him like, is this really happening? So they couldn't spin that, the spin artist. They couldn't spin that because he was just like, this is a layup. Go ahead, America. There's your guy. He's going on and on and on, talking in circles, 100 million. Oh, no, 10 trillion. Oh, what? Forgive me, God. Then he has a pause. He's going on all over the place. He puts his head down and he says, Medicaid reform? Medicaid? What are you talking about? When they were prepping him, When they were prepping him, they were trying to tell him to stand on some points. And in this time of crisis with his cognitive failure, that came up in his head. And Medicaid reform. What are you talking about? What? So you could see, backfill, if you will, like the prepping. 7 days. They're prepping 7 days. Trump doesn't need to prep. This is all easy stuff, because when you're telling the truth, you don't need to prep. When you're lying, you need to get prepped for 7 days. And try to candy coat things and use the traditional smoke and mirrors and twist things around. The economy and the border, there's nothing you can do about it. Whatever. No, you can't do anything about it. Who would support that? Marxists, communists, socialists? Who would support that? School's just getting out. People can't take their summer vacations. You know, the amount of deposits that are in people's bank accounts. That went down to billions. Money, the data of average, bank accounts. What the Americans have in the bank? Savings. Gone. What's next? Well, we don't have, honey, the savings are gone. Go ahead. We got those credit card offers. Let's start getting those credit cards, honey. Credit cards are maxed out now. What's left? They took all that cash out of the economy. They maxed all the credit. Because what happens to a society and a country after that when people are broke? I'll wait, folks. What happens to a country and society when the people's tongues are hanging out and they can't afford staples that are so overpriced? What happens after that? You become reliable on the government. And then when you become reliable on the government, you'll support anything they say. Because that's where, or go to war, Francis, or go to war. Or go to war. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a better answer. Thank you, Francis. Go to war. That's a real go-to. Their go-to is go to war. All right. So, no. So I had to do another video this morning because I wanted to thank you guys again. And you know what? I've told a lot of mafia stories. Just hold on to the people that like, the mafia stories. But just give it a break for a little while. Our country's going into shit here. I'm more than a mob channel guy. I got more chops than just telling mob stories. So if you don't like it, I want to be nice. This is a talk show. It's not a mob show. Not a mob show. This is a talk show. I'm a lot smarter than them Guidos. A lot smarter than that. It's a talk show. The truth serum. The truth about what the hell is going on in our country. I told you folks about buying swampland. Well, there's the guy that's been selling it. You saw the guy that's been selling it for 3.5 years. And he's been in government for 50 years. Polluting. Then they try to say, oh, because they see the writing on the wall. Oh. Well, if you get president, if you become president, Trump, are you going to go back and go after those people? You're going to go back after all these people that have been busting your chops and doing this and roadblocking you and all this nonstop? So they wanted to try to, tweak that and get him to, he's like, I'm worried about getting our country in order. My job day one is to get this country in order, and whatever's going on with these other people that have been attacking me and all this and that, blah, 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 blah. He said, but if the shoe was on the other foot, he said, Holy cow. If I did what Biden was been doing, whoa. Can't get no bullcrap by Donald Trump, whether you like him or not. You see the problem? I was talking to my buddy Robert. The problem with with society is they're emotional politicists. They're emotional analyzers. They're emotional analyzers. That's what I'm trying to say. So they just stand behind, they don't like Trump. They just stand behind, we don't like Trump. So that's it. Case closed. And we'll accept anybody, obviously, we'll just accept anything you put on the other side because we're emotional. Whether we don't care if we had more food on the table, we don't care if gas was cheaper, we don't care. We just don't like Trump. We don't care that there was no wars. We don't care that the border was closed. We don't care that the economy was booming. We don't care. We just don't like Trump. We're just standing behind our emotions at all costs to defend and accept what you just witnessed last night by the leader of the most powerful country in the world that's been flushed down the toilet. That's how embedded their thinking is. Forget about facts. Flush it down the toilet. We just don't like this guy, and we'll stand by. Guess what? CNN didn't stand behind him. They knew what was going to happen. The biggest Republican party hater media network known to mankind. They flipped overnight. They just flipped overnight. Jake Tapper just flipped overnight. Anderson Cooper arguing with Kamala Harris overnight. Are we missing something here, folks? The Trojan horse. Are we missing something, David BMX? So it makes you wonder, how was that election even, well, because they're emotional voters, but the Democratic Party is just going nuts. They're going nuts. So are they going to have a second debate? Aren't there supposed to be 3 debates, my good people? October, whatever, or September, or August 27th, or whatever. Aren't there more debates coming? How come the Democrats didn't cancel the second debate this morning? Newsflash, folks, there will be no second debate. Why wasn't that? What's going on here? Is he going to go for an encore performance? Joe going to go up there and do his encore performance? The last waltz? Come on. Sir Drums, how you doing, pal? I'm here trying to sort things out, my man. I'm trying to sort things out. You know, I don't know. 4 years. They don't want to put Kamala. How come they didn't already say Kamala's going to run for president? Isn't that just the easy way? Kamala. What's going on here? What they're going to do is, my guess, leave Biden. There's no more damage control. The sacrificial lamb, because the puppet masters that are above the politicians, the puppet masters, they're the master of puppets. Remember Metallica, the master of puppets? And they're playing this. So Trump isn't that embedded with them puppeteers. The Democratic Party, I would guess, is very controlled by these puppeteers, these illuminists, these big names that I don't even want to say, but they're controlling that. So is this a sacrificial lamb? And just say, well, damage control, we'll try to get it together in 2028? What's going on here? Well, just Trump might not even win the next election. Then what? You'll see what you've been seeing now times 1,000. You'll see this last 3.5 years on steroids of what they're going to do to this country. Yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. Not how these puppet masters think. No, you haven't seen nothing yet. If they get in another 4 years, you haven't seen nothing. This is just the warm ups. Who says the United States of America has to be a democracy anymore? Huh? Well, it was a nice run for 200 years, three or whatever. Nice 250. Well, yeah, nice run, but who says? It's not even right now the true definition of a democracy because of all this corruption. Is it just a given that we're just a free America and we're just, what society should be, what our daily life should be, what government, how much control and government has, what they have control over the media and everything. It doesn't have to be this way. It's not a given that America has to stay in its traditional, democracy, socialist, Marxist, communist. It's not a given. You see what they've been trying to do. Exhibit A, 3.5 years. There's Exhibit A, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I'm a frustrated lawyer. There's Exhibit A. You see how and then put the brakes on that. Charade is over. But there still has to be an election. Votes still have to be counted. Votes still have to be counted. Forgive me, folks. Good to have you in here, Sir Drums, Francis, David BMX, EB23, Dapper the Rapper. This is a talk show. I'll do some more mafia stories, but I'm not a one-trick pony, My mother didn't raise a gangster, okay? I was around, but, Thank you, Danny. Robert, thank you. Thank you, Ray. So what else we got, Francis? Sir Drums. I'm a frustrated drummer, John Bonham and friends of mine, my brother drum. I'm a frustrated drummer. Thank you, new subscriber. Thank you, Sir Drums. I'll get back to telling them stories, and fixing basketball games, how they were fixing college basketball games and Mike Francis and all of that stuff, So I'll get back to it. We just want instant grat. I want it now. I've done 453 videos in 2 years. Folks, give a guy a break. I'm 60 years old over here. I try so hard to motivate and inspire and try to rise up our thinking. Just not, I'm a storyteller and just try to entertain and try to motivate and inspire. But, I had 6 subscribers after 6 months. But I tell you, folks, don't give up. And I'm getting a little momentum. So I try to integrate other things into my talk show. It doesn't seem like mob stories will ever get old. Like I'm, in marketing and marketing analysis and analysis variance, different types of things. I'm trying to sound smart here, but when you try to predict the future and trends and this and that, I'm starting to believe, safe to say that people are just gonna love mob stories to the end of time. I got a million of them, but I don't know. I'm torn between, I'd like to do current events or just a story about an interesting thing. A man got lost in the woods and then he heard, just any type of stories that could be interesting. They just don't have to be mob stories, but people got an insatiable appetite for the mob stories. So I got to do it. I got to do it. And I'd like to believe it's a problem. You guys wondering what this says right here? You wondering what this says? Action News. That's what this says right here on the microphone. Action News. No, it doesn't. Look. American Idol. I got it from the thrift store for $2. My prop. We have a real big show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, making their North American debut, the Beatles and A Hard Day's Night. Whoo, that was a hard day's night for the Dems. Ooh. Show that debate and then play the Hard Day's Night song during the debate. I'd be a good producer and director in there. Man, if I could get some technology on here and do some graphics and things like that, I could blow this channel up. This is my set. I got a light back there. But guess what? Whatever you got, whatever resources you have, you can still rock and roll. You can still rock and roll. That's all. David BMX told me I repeat myself. I know I repeat myself. I'm 60 years old, okay? I was dead for a year. I came back off of life support. I do have some cognitive issues, but I try. I'm not dead yet. I wrote a good book, a memoir, Divine Intervention, Mob Stories, a lot of good juice in there. It's on Amazon Books. The link is in the description. Thank you, folks, for putting up with me. What else we got, Francis? Come on. I need a co-host, the Marilyn Monroe type. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing today? What do you think about the debate last night, Marilyn? Well, Joe, it looked like Joe was struggling a little bit. Did he cover the points? Did he articulate and elaborate on these crises in America? Well, Joe, I don't think he did a real good job. His wife should have come out of there and took him off the stage. Thank you, Marilyn. Now it's up to you, Sophia Loren. They had their pep rally afterwards. Jill was standing up there like a high school cheerleader. They thought they won the debate, and they're clapping. And poor Joe was standing there in the middle of the stage. She's cheerleading. They're clapping. Forgive me, God. Forgive me. Forgive me. All right, folks. I can't take the pressure. Happy birthday. My birthday is July 9th. I'll be 61. Thank you, Jesus. I'll be 61. It's the big one, 50 or 60. When you hit 60, every birthday's the big one because you're still happy you're here. Mm-hmm. I saw your picture, Francis. You don't try to get any curveballs by me. All right, come on. Come on. This isn't the debate you're talking to. This isn't. I saw your pictures. Exhibit A. What else we got here? Sir Drums, thank you, sir. I interact with my my supporters here. I interact. I like it. I try to be. I sit here by myself in my place here. I'm not an old gangster that has all this money sitting away. I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm happy I'm alive and I can come back. I'm 60, but I want to put myself in a better position by the time I'm 65, God willing. So I'm not going to give up. Well, Joe, you did this, you did that, you got sidetracked and all this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then, no, I'm coming back. If it's within the will of God, I'm coming back. That's all. Mama didn't raise no fool. Made a lot of mistakes. But that's life. You could sit there and dwell on it, but or you could be proactive. Get your mental health together. You just saw the American Idol sticker? Well, all right, I got to do this. Put the microphone like this. I'm going to put Truth Serum News. Action News. Truth Serum. It's the Truth Serum. I'm on the scene of a riot that's going on outside of the... No, I can't say, I can't say what I really want to say here. Be careful, Truth Serum. You know why. Be careful. Be careful. Hey, you can still hear me without the microphone in my face? Can you guys still hear me with the microphone without the microphone? Can you guys still hear me without the microphone in my face? Does this microphone work? Well, it doesn't change whether I have the prop mic. I got an amplifier. Oh no, I sold it because I'm broke. I had to sell it so I could get freaking cold cuts. I had an amplifier. I junked my car. Here comes the Boohoo Sonata. You know I got to do it, folks. Ave Maria. The Boohoo Sonata in E minor. How about in B major? Biden major. Yeah, here, let's play the Boohoo Sonata in... What are you going to play it in, Joe? B major. B? No, that should be C minor. Nah, it's Biden major. BM. We'll put it in BM. Bowel movement. Forgive me, folks. Forgive me. My producer's telling me I got to cut it, wrap it up. Yeah, my producer's a picture on the wall. Okay? Forgive me, folks. Thank you, Sir Drums. What are you going to do here? I'll have 10,000 subscribers. I got 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to get it. Because I'm not giving up. I like my people, and I need socialization. Right away here by myself. I don't have a car anymore. The only thing in my refrigerator is water. Macaroni and cheese. I got macaroni and cheese coming out of my ears. Ramen noodles, it's coming out of my ears. There's a link to my book. Forget about the Cash App. If anybody reads, just buy my book. I realized $4.44 after Amazon takes their piece. That's like a half a pound of bologna. Come on, folks. Come on. Oh, forgive me, folks. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Yeah. You know about Trudeau. We don't even want to get into your part of the world. Trudeau. Yeah. Because globally speaking, okay, we've been hearing about, no, I ain't going to say global, we ain't going to dive into global. I want to still have a show tomorrow, okay? I still want to have a show tomorrow, so leave it alone. All right, folks. Thank you. I couldn't take the pressure. Whatever you believe in, have faith in the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm is more prevalent and has more of an effect on the physical realm. The unseen is the power that you can't see on the matrix, quantum physics. Now, we're not going to do all that. Just try to prove to you that I'm academically smart. No, we're not going to do that. But spiritualistic speaking, just realize that we got to get our thinking up. We got to get our spirit up. This is politics. This is all this and that. You folks have lives to live. You might have a spouse, a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, children. You guys got to, keep it going on all different levels. Jobs, relationship, children, groceries, vacations, everything. You're trying to run your little, your unit is your corporation. You're trying to run it. The real world. I try to have fun on a talk show. I try to motivate and inspire to not give up. I've been there. I was dead. I was on life. Don't give up. You can come back. I'm supposed to be a brain dead vegetable. If I lived, which was a 0.5% chance. And if I do live, I'm going to be in an infirmary. Don't give up. Don't give up. The spiritual world has more power over doctors and the New England Journal of Medicine. The spiritual world has more power and could change the cells and rebuild neurotransmitters. Well, the brain scan says this. You didn't have oxygen for an hour. Well, the brain scan says this. God didn't say it. The angels didn't say it. So anything is possible, folks. Be confident. You'll always have haters. The world is a vampire. It wants your blood. But no, be confident. Stand up for yourself. Don't live in fear. Take a shot. Well, you're just going to embarrass yourself, Jojo, because you've been doing that channel for freaking 8 months and you got 11 subscribers. That's fine with me. I love my 11 subscribers. If that gets me through the day that I got somebody to talk to, they deal with me in good faith and compassion. It's good enough for me. That's a victory. So don't give up. Keep going. Ask your boss if you feel like you deserve a raise. And if you have spouses and you really are in a positive spot, tell them you love them. Honey, we've been busy. I haven't told you. I love you, honey. I love you, honey. Well, geez, the truth, sir. She knows I love her. He knows I love him. You got to speak the words. We've been busy trying to make ends meet. And you know what? I really love it. I haven't told you lately. I love you, honey. Come on. We're gonna keep rising up. Oh, thank you. You got the words. You got to communicate. You got to communicate. Words. There's life and death in words. In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word became life. So there you have it. Where am I going? Where am I going? You get it all here, folks. But you people are good enough to come in here in good faith. I'm going to give it right back to you because that's life. I'm gonna go longer. I can't take the pressure. The spiritual leaders, the gurus, the Dalai Lama, the Buddha, the spiritual leaders that believe in different spiritualistic things, there was a common denominator about what is the glue of the universe. What is the glue? What's this all about? And the common denominator was, just like biblical, love and compassion. Keeps the universe in order. Keeps in order. Your heart is beating. Your heart is beating right now, obviously. It's sending a wave out into the universe. I should be charging you guys for this stuff. I should be charging you for this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Let me like this, folks. Forgive me. Forgive me. Stay with me. I got 5 people in here. I got 8 people in here. Your heart is beating. Bum, bum. It's vibrating. It's sending a wave. It's sending a information highway wave to the universe. Really, the truth, sir? Yes, really. Scientifically. So your vibe of your heart, we're emotional. We're emotional. Happy, sad, depressed, mad, anger. We're emotional. So that emotion is riding that wave. Your heartbeat your heartbeat, pulse, wave into the universe. There's emotional characteristics attached to that wave. What's going to piggyback that wave? Like things attract, like attracts like things. So when that thing is angry, angry things piggyback it. If love and compassion is vibrating out into the universe, like things will attract to it. I'm just trying to prove how, never mind. But so your emotion and mental health is out of whack. Drug addiction is out of whack. So most people today aren't dealing in the most healthy mental health conditions. And they're vibrating their pulse out there that's not in the most positive, healthy way as far as mental health is concerned. You're having a negative pulse, and negative and sometimes evil connects to that. Because when you're so stricken and so down and depressed and angry and mad and everything else, you start having some maladaptive thinking, and then you might do things that you never thought about doing prior to that. And it just piles up. And that's when you see on TV those shows that are called Snapped. Oh, me, Bill. Yeah, we used to say hello every day. Yeah, he seemed like such a well-adjusted guy. Yeah, how's the wife? How's the kids? Everything's good, Bill. Yeah. And now all of a sudden, Bill killed everybody in the freaking office. What did he snap? He just snapped. Because it piles on, it piles on, it piles on. All right, folks. I gave you all I can give. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the new guys. Sir Drums, thank you for coming in here. I talk to my people. I don't charge Patreon. Those millionaires that got everything, they're charging. I didn't ask for nothing after 400 videos. And I'm broke as a mofo. But I'm the richest man in the world because my family and friends say, I love you. I love you. My daughter, grown woman, I love you, Daddy. I'm the richest man in the world. I'd rather have that than if I had a choice between $1 million in the bank or having a 30-year-old daughter that says, I love you, Daddy. I'll take the I love you, Daddy, because we're all going to die someday anyways. I feel like I want to start crying over here. Holy cow. Nikki, I love you. Jeez. I'm a big baby. You get the message, folks. You get the message. So I'm glad I got blessed in other areas. I had divine intervention 1 million times in my life to still be alive and enjoy and laugh. Versus, I was a little better well-to-do back in the days, but give me that, Thank you, Francis. So you get the message once again. I know wealthy people that are miserable and their children don't speak to them. I love you, Nikki. I love my family. I love my friends. I love you people coming in here, help a guy out. That's the glue that keeps the order of the world together. I'm not a Guido mob guy. Oh, yeah. No. Thank you, folks. God bless you all. Have a good weekend. I didn't even know it was Friday. I got to make this official. So thank you for Dave, Robert, Ray, and for the cat donation. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the people in here. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the subscriber button. So let's start today to just get our mental health up there and just see if we don't get pissed off today about something or another. Can we go through one day without getting pissed off? Just an experiment. All right. Here we go. Be the kings and queens of your world. Don't give up. The world is a vampire. It wants that blood. What to do, the truth serum? Put on that spiritual armor. We have the royal DNA. Put it up there. Think strong. Get it together. Don't be scared. Rise up. Thank you, folks. God bless you all. Thank you, newcomers in here, Sir Drums. And well, I ain't gonna skip anybody. Thank you, Sir Drums. Francis, of course. Dapper the Rapper. Francis, of course. Well, I only got 3 people in here. David BMX. There was another guy that was in here. Valiant. Oh, Mr. Anderson, thank you. Amgrim Anderson, thank you. Valiant Thor. Thank you. I missed that. The White House, without a doubt, officially the most expensive nursing home in America. Thank you, Thor. Powerful name, Valiant Thor. Valiant Thor coming to a theater near you, September. Thank you. Thank you, folks. I don't want to miss anybody. EB23, I got you, man. You know me. I got you. Thank you, everybody. All right, there. I guess we did it. We did it. Stay great. I got some more mafia stories coming along, but hey, this is what's hot right now, okay? This is what's hot. Current events. All right? So thank you. Stay great and enjoy your weekend and laugh and love. All right, folks, I need another cup of coffee. God bless, universe bless, and make sure that's a good vibe. Keep that pulse. Keep that good pulse vibing. All right? Have an experiment, the truth serum experiment. See what you. Thank you.